Today we are going to look at the second type of cell division, which is called as meiosis. Meiosis takes place in the sex cells, the cells present in the sex organs, and therefore I have a little slide here just to show you. This is the male reproductive organs. Okay, the male reproductive organs produce the sperm, and the sperms are a product of the meiotic division. Likewise, in the female body, you have the female reproductive system, and in the ovaries here, the cells will divide by the process of meiosis to produce the egg or the ova. Likewise, in the plants, we find that flowers are the reproductive organs, and the flowers produce the androecium produces the pollen grains, and inside the pollen grains, gametes, male gametes are formed by the process of meiosis. Likewise, in the ovary, there are ovules, and the ovules divide by the process of meiosis. So it only takes place in the sex organs, which is a flower for the plant and the male and the female reproductive body of the higher animals like man. Now this division is different from mitosis because here the number of chromosomes in the daughter cells is reduced to half the number of chromosomes in the parent cell, and this is because during reproduction, when half the number of chromosomes we receive from the sperm, that is a male reproductive cell, as well as half the number of chromosomes are present in the egg, which is from the female. So when they combine, you get the total number of chromosomes. Meiosis consists of two stages, mainly meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, and therefore we will see that meiosis is a very lengthy process compared to mitosis. Meiosis 1 has the same 4 phases like we have seen before, the same names: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Likewise, meiosis 2 also contains the same 4 phases. We call them meiosis 2, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. So in meiosis 1, which has 4 stages, we are going to look at prophase 1, and this is a little lengthy phase because it has got 5 substages. The 5 substages are leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene and dikinesis. Now these phases are not mentioned in your book, but there is a question behind your textbook which asks you to explain the 5 phases of prophase 1, and that is why I have this slide here. Now what happens during prophase 1 of meiosis 1? The chromosomes, okay, before this stage begins, please remember that they have already, each chromosome has already replicated itself. So you can see the blue, suppose this chromosome with its sister chromatid, and the red one, which we probably get from one parent, is got already replicated. So these start condensing. So the most important thing about leptotene stage is that the condensation of the chromosomes takes place. Then we come to the next stage, which is called as the zygotene. And here you can see that the two homologous chromosomes, they start pairing with each other. Okay, they start pairing with each other, and they start a little bit of touching one another, the non-sister chromatids. We call these the non-sister chromatids. Please note that these two chromatids are the sister chromatids, whereas one of this and one of the blue one will be non-sister chromatids. So the non-sister chromatid starts touching each other at certain places. Okay, here they've shown you at one only place, but it could happen at several places, and these places where they touch one another is called as a synapse. Then comes the next stage, which is called as pachytene. And in the pachytene stage, wherever they have touched each other, they cross and exchange their parts. This crossing and exchanging, physical exchange of the segment of the genes is called as crossing over. And this is a very important stage because it is due to this stage that there is so much of diversity and variety, and we get some genes from our father and some genes from the mother because of this crossing over stage. Then comes the next stage, which is called as diplotene. Now after they have crossed over, they start separating from each other. The two homologous chromosomes with their crossed over parts start separating from each other. Of course, they are still connected at one point, okay, at a certain. So it starts from one end and ends at the other, the separation. And last is called as the dikinases. And in the dikinases stage, we see that the nuclear wall starts disappearing, the nucleolus also starts disappearing, and the condensation of the chromatids takes place further. So it's very, very condensed at this stage.